Okay guys, now we have IELTS listening part 4, and IELTS listening part 4 is always a lecture, right? This is for mainly for academic IELTS students because they are going to study in a foreign country and they will attend several lectures. So this is academic. Part 4 is academic. Part 1 is social, right? You are renting a room, you are renting a house and all that. But part 4 is mostly academic. Sometimes there can be any research based topic. Sometimes it can be a topic like based on some sort of psychology or something related to history and all that. Anyways, in part 4, there will be one speaker who will talk, and most of the time students complain part 4 is very fast. I would say it is not fast, it is fluent. Because when one person is talking, delivering a lecture, the person is going to be very fast. So there are two things which you need to do. We call it signposting. One signposting in the audio you will pick, and second signposting you have to do with your question booklet in part 4. In part 4, they will give you almost 1 minute in the beginning, right? Otherwise, what do? They give you half minute, questions 1 to 5, 6 to 10. Then again, half minute in the middle to read the next questions. But over here, the audio will start questions 31 to 40 non-stop. It will go on. So you've got 1 minute. You can add half minute from the previous section when they give you half minute to check your answers. Half minute that and 1 minute, and you got 1.5 minutes. Now, what is signposting? On the question booklet, now this one is sentence completion, but sometimes there is notes completion. There is a lot of information. There is a blank, then 2 points. Then there is a blank, means question, and then 2 more points. So those points which are without question, there you need to underline a word which is a proper noun, so that when you listen to that word in the audio, you know where the audio is. Many students get lost in part 4. Getting lost means you are somewhere, audio is somewhere, you don't know how to do that and all that. So that is why on your question booklet, you need to signpost it. Signpost means underline some words, like one word from this, there is no question in that sentence, but you underline a word so that you could track the audio where audio has reached. And be very careful, that's why I say use one hand to track the audio and one hand to write your answers. Okay, complete the sentences below, write no more than 3 words. But nowadays in part 4 they give you 1 word only. But you never know, when you have your IELTS exam, they give you multiple choice in part 4. Okay, they are overly complicated sometimes, but sometimes very simple. Okay, so any type of questions may appear in any part of IELTS. Question number 31. According to George Bernard Shaw, how many of you have heard the name of George Bernard Shaw, British writer? Okay. Men are supposed to understand very simple dash, economics and finance. Now listen, whenever they give you a shopping list question, I will call it shopping list question. Like 2 words are given, 2 subjects are given, answer is going to be the 3rd subject. So this 3rd subject will come with economics, finance. They may use it in the beginning, in the middle or at the end. Now answer is going to be a subject, and can you see after the blank there is a comma, right? This is also important. So let's see question 31.
Section 4. You will hear part of a lecture given by an economist about North American women's attitude to money and saving.
Okay, so we've been looking at the attitudes of various social and cultural groups towards the management of their personal finances, how important they feel it is to save money, and what they save their money for. One aspect that we haven't yet considered is gender. So if we consider gender issues, we're basically asking whether men and women have different attitudes towards saving money.
Have you noticed one thing? The audio is just going on and on and on, and you are relaxing. Why? Because when he's going to say according to George Bernard Shaw, the word George Bernard Shaw comes and you're going to be active. So this is what I call signposting. You should know when the answer is going to come, active mode and then passive. Then again active mode and then passive. Okay? So.
And whether they save money for different things. Back in 1928, the British writer George Bernard Shaw wrote in his Intelligent Women's Guide to Socialism and Capitalism that a man is supposed to understand politics, economics, and finance.
See that? Politics, economics, and finance. And now, instead of politics, if you write politic, it's not a word at all. Politic. Okay? So, if you miss that S, your answer will be wrong. Correct answer? Politics. All clear? Okay, now you understand signposting. Now, you know George Bernard Shaw is the word. So, when they speak about him, you should be there. However, women are more prepared to dash about them. Them means no. Women are more prepared to dash about them. Them means politics, economics, and finance. I think so. Let's see. So question number 32. However, women are more prepared to dash about them means about such subjects. Something like this.
He also said, a woman, having fewer pretensions, is far more willing to learn. Now, though these days people might question a lot of the assumptions contained in those statements.
Far more willing to learn. Now, more prepared, underline more prepared. And write there, far more willing to. Far more willing to. And then answer comes after to. Whenever there is to, I told you answer will be a verb. And to is a very good sign because they will not replace it. Directly answer is going to be there. Listen again.
Section 4. You will hear part of a lecture given...
He also said, a woman, having fewer pretensions, is far more willing to learn. Now, though...
Far more willing to learn. Okay, question number... Yes. Yeah, he didn't say. Let's listen to it.
These days, people might question a lot of the assumptions contained in those statements. Recent research does suggest that there are some quite fundamental differences between men and women in their attitudes to economic matters.
Maybe something like that. Yeah, assumptions, statements about them. Let's go on. Questions 33. Now again I tell you, listen, these were the ambiguities in the old books. That is why they brought these changes in IELTS. Okay, yes. Question number 33. Women tend to save for dash and a house. Women save money for two purposes. One is house and second they are going to mention here. Yeah, आप लोग जो मर्जी सोच लें हाँ मैं कमेटी पाई है शादी करनी है हाँ women save for what?
Let's look at what men and women actually save for. Research studies of women in North America have found that women are far more likely to save for their children's education, and they are also more likely to save up in order to buy a house one day.
Okay, likely to save for their children's education. Well done. So, children's education, and if you write only education, wrong. If you write only children, wrong. Children's education and then to buy a house. Men tend to save for, guess. Come on, तुक्का लगाएं. And for retirement. One is retirement and one is men tend to save for. ये किसने कहा second marriage? हाँ? शर्म करे. Okay. Men tend to save for car और कोई investment. All right. Let's see. कितने तुक्के सही हैं? हाँ? All right.
The same studies have found that men, on the other hand, tend to save for a car, which, by the way, takes a surprisingly large amount of the household budget in North America. But the other main priority for men when saving money is their retirement.
Okay, car and then retirement. So answer is car, C-A-R, car. Okay, question number 35. Women who are left alone may have to pay for dash when they are old. Huh? Health or rent? Medicine? Good. Medical care? That's right. So let's see what is the appropriate word for that. Women who are left alone. Left alone means because women have more life expectancy than men. Right? बंदे को पहले मार देती है. Okay? Just joking. Okay, so women who are left alone may have to pay for something when they get old. So it means in the old age, women means widows, they have to pay for something. Let's see what that is.
Now, this is rather disturbing because, in fact, the need for women to save for their old age is far greater than for men. Let's consider this for a moment. To start with, it is a fact that throughout the world, women are likely to live many years longer than men, so they need money to support them during this time. Since women are likely to be the ones left without a partner in old age, they may therefore have to pay for nursing care because they don't have a spouse to look after them.
They have to pay for nursing care. Now, by the way, have you noticed whenever there are the blanks, what is written before, you must interpret that. Interpret that means what can be the other words, other language, other expressions for this, and then you will find the answer. Okay, thank you.